Hey guys, it's Jen. Today I've got a super easy recipe for you today. It's almost Easter. Easter's just a few weeks away, so I wanted to give you something that you could take to your family dinner. It's Easter bunny yeast rolls, and we're going to use some sugar, some all-purpose flour, some highly active yeast, 1 egg, 2 tablespoons of butter, salt, sour cream, a 1/4 cup of water, and Pam's cooking spray. Alright guys, I think I got a camera angle here that works. I've got the pan getting hot. I've got it on medium, just a little over medium heat, because we're not doing this to cook, we're just doing this to heat the ingredients through. First thing we need to do is take 2 tablespoons of butter. Let me see. Here, let's see. 2 tablespoons, that's about right. I'm going to dump these in here. And we need a 1/4 cup of water. And 1 cup of sour cream. These are the only 3 ingredients that you're going to put in the pan first, because we need to heat these up before we add the others in there. Dip in here. Pack me a good cup of sour cream. I never said I was the neatest mixer, baker slash dinner fixer in the world, but you get what you get. At least it comes out good. That's all that matters, right? We hope it turns out good. This is my first time, like I said. Let's get it in there however you can. Alright, that's a cup. Pretty close to it, so we're going to dump that in there. Get as much as you can out here. Now, my pan's starting to get hot, so I may turn the heat down just a little bit. So we just kind of want to melt everything. Stir it around. This is what we have. Now, when yours looks like this and everything gets melted, no lumps or anything. See, I still have a few lumps in there. I'm going to stir those out. What we're going to do is take it off the heat and let it sit here until it's just barely warm. Just slightly warm. You don't want it cool. You don't want it cold. You don't want it hot. So, just got to get it to the right temperature here. So, I'm going to let you guys go for just a second. And we'll be right back whenever this cools off a little bit. Alright guys, we're back. I think we're at a pretty good temperature here. It's just lukewarm. And we're going to need to add the rest of our ingredients here. So, you can add 2½ to 3 cups of flour. And you just need to kind of eyeball it and see what you want to do. I'm going to start with 2½. If I feel like it needs more, then I'll add some more, but let's see. 2 tablespoons of sugar. Go ahead and put our yeast packet in. One pack. We need a teaspoon of salt. Find my teaspoon here. Okay. Teaspoon. And 1 egg. Okay. Stir all this around. It already looks like dough, so I guess we're doing pretty good here, you guys. Stir it up a little. This egg broken. The recipe called for a small saucepan, which I didn't even use the smallest pan I had, but even this medium one's not quite big enough, so you may want to use a bigger pan than what I'm using. Hi guys, here we go. Got the KitchenAid here. Apologize for the camera angle. Don't have any professional equipment. I'm sorry. Make sure if you're using your KitchenAid mixer, pick your dough hook here. We're going to put that in. And let's put our dough in there. Alright. Lock the mixer down. And it's going to start off slow. Turn it up just a little. Now, if your dough starts to look a little dry, you can always add a little more water to it until it gets to where it's supposed to be. I've got an extra cup right here, you can see, just in case, but I think I'm looking pretty good, so I'm going to leave it the way it is. Now, what you need to do whenever your dough is finished kneading, you're going to stop, you're going to let it sit here and let it rise to double the way it is now. So whatever your dough looks like now, it needs to be twice that much. So I'm just going to cover it and let it sit here for a little while. Whenever I see that it's done that, I will come back and then we'll start cutting out our bunny shapes and get it in the oven. Alright guys, now would be a great time to go ahead and preheat your oven to 375 degrees. Looks like my dough is probably close to where we need to be, so I'm going to go ahead and use it like this. This is what it looks like. Looks a lot bigger to me. So, first, I'm going to get a little bit of flour, and I don't know how the professionals do this, but the dough's kind of sticky, so I'm going to go ahead and spread some flour out on my cutting board here. And put a little bit on my hands too, because I don't want dough sticking to me either. Actually, I probably should have put it on my hands after I got it out of here, but that's okay. Get the dough out. It comes out pretty easily in a little pretty big ball here. Go ahead and scoop that out. Now I'm going to go ahead and spray my pan here with Pam. It says to use a baking sheet, but I don't have one, so I'm just going to spray it with Pam and hope that works. I'll put a little bit of flour on my hands and rub them together. I'm going to roll this here. It says we need to cut it into 16 pieces for our little bunny rabbits. Go ahead and coat this pretty good here. Don't want any stickiness. Alright. And I've got lots of dough on my hands right now. Let me roll it out a little more. Getting a little sticky right there, so I'm going to put a little bit of flour. Alright. Let's see what we got. I'm going to cut it in half first just so I can measure it a little better. That's half. So I need to get 8 out of each half here. And 2. Alright you guys, I got 15 yeast balls cut out here. I'm going to put some little bit of flour on my hands. Roll out little round circles, little ovals for the bunny. And place them on the cookie sheet. And they're going to be cute little bunnies. interested to see how this is going to turn out because I have little cracks in my dough, it looks like. Alright guys, this is kind of what your dough should look like after you get it rolled out into the oval shapes. I'm going to put you right here. I'm going to let you see me cut out some of the ears. I've already did that on a few of them, but I know you probably want to watch and see what I did. See if I can move you over here and see if I can do this one-handed. Just one ear and two ears. See? And I'm going to finish doing my ears and I'll be right back to show you how to do the eyes. Okay, they're so cute already. I can see these are going to turn out really well, hopefully. So, see the little bunnies? Alright. This is how you do the eye. This is how I'm going to do their eyes. Just take a little toothpick here. And push it in there. Might want to put a little bit of flour on the end of it. Because the dough's sticking. There you go. Here's his eyes. You see? This yeast dough is really sticky. There's his eyes. I'm going to go ahead and poke my eyes in here for these rest of these bunnies. And get them in the oven. Once you do this and you're ready to cook them, put them in the oven for 10 minutes on 375 degrees. And when they come out, they should be done, ready to eat, golden brown. So I'm going to finish doing this and then put them in the oven for 10 minutes. And we'll be right back to see what they look like. Oh my gosh. Okay, guys. My rabbits turned out to be more like cats. But thankfully for me, I do like cats a lot. So this is what I ended up with. I guess next time I'll just make little tails on the back and we'll just have a tray full of little kittens. But I think they're cute anyway. I guess if you do want to do bunnies, maybe next time we could make the ears go a little bit longer, a little more rounded. I kind of have them pointed up so they do look like cats. This is the back of the cats. It does kind of look like a cat where they're, you know, in their little bed all balled up with their feet under them. So it's cute. I like them. I had a good time. Meow. And oh man, they taste really good. Look at the inside. Isn't that beautiful? So if you can get past the looks of them, they taste delicious. Definitely a winning recipe. So if you don't do this, then just ball them up, make little yeast rolls, and have them just taste good. Eat them for dinner. So you don't have to make designs out of them. But I really like this recipe. It's definitely a keeper. It was very easy. So I would recommend it, and I will definitely be using this at home for me. Guys, thank you so much for watching today. I had such a good time making these cats for Easter. But if you make them, let me know. Leave a comment below. Let me know how yours turned out. Maybe you did a better job than I did. I'm sure you did. But anyways, click subscribe. Don't forget, because you can keep up to date with my latest videos. Next week, I'm going to be making some little chick Easter cupcakes. So that should be fun, and I highly doubt I'll screw that one up too. So be sure to subscribe. Check back with me next week. I had a really good time. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Bye-bye.